World War II. You could have like Hitler and Mussolini talking to each other, although that would probably be like a really terrible conversation. In math, you could have people solving math problems together. You could have them building math problems together. You could have them building word problems of some sort. Science, you could even have, a conversation between molecules and atoms, how they talk about, how molecules of one particular element or thing correspond and react to other molecules and atoms of other things, which ones are explosive, corrosive, which ones create ions, all that good stuff. So this has a lot of practical applications in lots of different classes. Okay, but I just wanted to show you how I used Google Classroom as a conduit, as a vehicle for that particular activity, for that particular learning. So here's my 10th grade class. And basically I put everything, this is the stream, I don't know if you guys know this, this is the stream, everything's just kind of a cluster here, but if you go up to classwork, this is where it kind of organizes everything for you, which is really nice. I try to train the kids to use the classwork space a lot. Sometimes they don't listen to me. Shocker, I know. But this is where everything is organized. So I'm going to go down. I actually had a whole section for character blogs. I only had 2 of them just because I wanted to see kind of how they rolled first. And then when we got into things like Macbeth and all that, other longer stories, I was going to try them again with those more steady parameters. Okay. So basically, let's look at character blog 1. I just told them, choose a character to be, write a blog post about what happened to you in chapters 1 and 2. Please be specific and write in character. You must write at least 2 paragraphs. You must also respond to 2 other blog posts in character. So I set it up as a question. So if you go to Google Classroom and you hit create, you have lots of options. Assignment, question, material, reuse. I posted it as a question. Because posting it as a question made it really easy for kids to respond to one another. So if you look at the actual post, say view question, what happens is that their stuff shows up. They actually answer the question, and let's go all the way down here. They answer the question here, and then what happens for them is that they have a little button on here that says view classmates' responses. And they hit that, and then they can see what I'm seeing right now, and they can see everybody's responses to this post, whoever's in the class. And then down here, they can actually hit the reply button and make a comment. Okay? So it makes it super easy for students to communicate with one another. It makes it really easy for the teacher to go through and, nix nasty comments and things like that. Because I can see everything that's going on the stream, which makes it really helpful. The only tricky part about this, sort of, is grading it. And it's actually fairly easy to grade. The only problem is that when you do grade it, the way I did it, I didn't print any of them out or anything. But the thing you have to remember is that if you're looking for a student and for their comments, you literally have to sift through every single response to find their comments. So instead, what I do is I hit Control F, and you see it pops up with a little search bar here. Okay, so let's say I wanted to see Allison Keckler's responses. Okay, so I'm going to type in her name just so I can see where she's at. Okay, so right now it's showing me that I have 1 of 2 open right here. There's her name right there, and there's her name right here, and it just keeps flipping between them. The problem is I know that Allison has responded to other people on this post. What the trouble is that if you notice, all of these replies are still shut up into the page. They're not open, they're not out. I can't see them until I hit the reply button. So the one thing you want to make sure that you remember to do as you're grading is go through, hit the reply button on each of these, so that you open up and you can see all of the replies that are there. Because once I do that, then I can see everything, and when I search for Allison, her name will actually pop up in all the places that she has replied on this post. Okay, so la-di-da, going through, doing our thing, 6 replies, and then you get goofy kids who, make silly comments that have nothing to do with the story, they're just going back and forth. and kids who just say like, hey, this is really nice writing, well done. And like, it's really cute to see them like, you know, be cool with each other and like, you know, support each other. But if you're like, no, you're supposed to write in character. So it is one thing I think maybe needs a little more explanation before I send them off to do it again. So let's see. Here we go. Allison's put another comment on here. So let's look for her name again. Allison. Okay, now look, she's showing up 3 times on here. I know she has a 4th one on here. I'm not going to go open all the comments, but I know that she has a 4th one in here. So there she is. There she is on her original post, and there she is over here with her grade. And then over here, all you have to do is literally just put the number in there. How many out of 20 did she get? And then up here, what will happen is if I change it, so let's say I give her an 18, or 218 apparently. See how that button turns back on, the return button? Once you hit that return button, that sends them an email with their score. It doesn't go into Progress Book or anything. You literally have to open Progress Book and do that. But if your grades are all right here, you can literally just skim through, find the kids you're looking for, input their grade into Progress Book, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Okay? And you can get super creative with this. I think you can even get them to, through Loom, okay, which is the application I'm using right now, you can get them to do video blogs with each other and send them that way, depending on, you know, how on the edge you want to be. I don't know that I would trust kids to do video blogs without being right here in the classroom. But you could always put it up there for extra credit. But yeah, that's how that works. And again, you can use this with lots of different classes, lots of different applications. But this is how I did it through Google Classroom. So to sum it all up, Google Classroom, under classwork, ask a question, put the instructions in the question, and then let them work. And they'll go ahead and answer it. They'll respond to each other, and then you can go through and check their work. Right? If you guys have any questions or you're not sure what to do, let me know, and I can always sit you down one-on-one, and I can show you how I did it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.